Welcome Red Devil fans, this is Dylan Jetter hosting this edition of Red Devils Baseball Coach's Corner. Today we're joined by head coach Eddie Smith and sophomore pitcher Kade Kryzsko, who are here to share some insight on the Devils' 8-0 start. So first we're going to take a look on how the Devils got to this point. On opening weekend, the team beat Skagit Valley 5 times and then finished the perfect weekend with a win over Lynn Benton. Last weekend, they swept Lane Friday night in doubleheader to improve to 8-0 before being rained out on Saturday. So, Coach, the start of this season has to have you excited about this team.
You know, anytime you go out and you have some success early on, it really is a nice thing for the team to experience winning. You know, great teams find ways to win, and so far we've been able to do that. But we still have a long ways to go. The reality is that these 8 games, as fun as they are, and as excited as we are to win them, that they aren't what make a championship. And what makes a championship is us building off this and going forward from there.
So what are some areas that have surprised you about this team?
You know, I think the greatest surprise so far, and I don't know that it's necessarily a surprise, but it was just an area that was unproven, is in our infield. And we're replacing an infield last year that had 4 guys go on to play Division I baseball. And so far in 8 games, we've made just 4 errors. And that's the kind of defense we need to play to be a championship team, and hoping that we can keep that up. And another piece is that we've had to hand the ball to a lot of freshmen on the mound. And to see them come in and attack the zone and throw strikes the way that they have so far, that's been reassuring. You know, we believed in these guys, that's why we recruited them. They were some high-profile arms, but there's a difference between being a big-time recruit and actually doing it. And so far, over 8 games, for the most part, the rookies in particular have done a really good job of attacking the zone and getting outs for us on the mound.
So what are some keys to the team's continued success?
Well, I think the biggest thing is having great preparation every single day from this point forward. It's easy to get comfortable. It's easy to forget what it took to get to the point where you're 8-0. And the reality is that all that preparation that we've done really since September is what has allowed us to get to this point. And we need to keep preparing the same way in the weight room, in practice, in the classroom even. And great teams, you know, they start good or okay or whatever it might be, but they peak at the end of the season. And they realize it's a journey and they want to constantly get better. And that's our goal here going forward, is every single day to go out and get better as a team.
So on a not so serious note, tell me something about Kade that most people would not know.
Well, Kade is just the quintessential student athlete. And he is a biomechanical biochemical engineer, and I can't even pronounce it, okay? He's done an unbelievable job balancing the classroom and the athletic piece for us. I think he probably brings that same intensity to both aspects of his life, and you know, he has a 3.6 GPA right now and just does a really good job in a very challenging degree.
What do you want to do with that degree, Kade?
I'm not 100% sure right now what I want to do with it, but I want to be able to get this degree and go on to help other people out.
Very nice. So you were a junior college All-American last year and you led the NWAC in ERAs. What allowed you to have that success as a freshman?
Honestly, it was just going out, competing as hard as I could every single day when I got to the field. It also helped having so many guys on the team go out, push me to be the best I could be every single day.
Do you have any pregame rituals?
I mean, I love doing my own stretches every day. Got to get my mind set right, be able to clear my mind from whatever's in the stands, just get on my zone, and then go out and play as hard as I can.
Awesome. So how have you been able to share your experience last year with the freshmen this year?
I'm not the biggest or most overpowering pitcher around, so I'm able to tell them, hey, as long as you're working hard, competing like you can every single day, that you'll be able to do great things out on the field.
So after winning the NWAC championship as a freshman, what does your team need to do this year in order to repeat?
We definitely need to bring the energy every single day, play every game one at a time, and just keep rolling through the season like that, have that mentality, and just keep winning.
What's your favorite warm-up song?
Right now it's got to be Calmed Down by G-Eazy. It gets me pumped up, but at the same time, the meaning behind it is just be able to be calm and do everything as powerful as you can.
Awesome.
Let me tell you real quick, there's nobody that can bump the rap in their car like Kade Kryzsko in the Mustang.
Oh, I did not know that about you. So, Coach, you had a record year last year for the Red Devils. What stands out to you most about that team?
You know, it was just such a special group of guys, and the way they competed every single day for each other was just amazing. You look at that class of sophomores and the way that they brought the freshmen along and the way the freshmen embraced the mentality of being a champion every single day was incredible. And everything they did was a championship sort of way. You know, we had a 3.14 GPA in the season. We just did an unbelievable job of taking care of business in the community, being great citizens, and going out and playing the game the right way. And you know, you look back at that team, and we would get down. Didn't matter how early or how late in the ball game it was, and there was no panic. And the team just kind of looked around and said, "Who's going to be the guy today?" And when you get a team that's so close knit and just cares about each other as much as that team did, you know, the sky's the limit. And that team really proved that last year with the way that it turned out for them on the field.
So, you guys have a pretty tough schedule coming up. Can you share some insight on what's going to go on?
Yeah, you know, it's a pretty exciting time for our guys. They just are going to start spring break officially after finals tomorrow end. And so we're going to hop on the bus at 6 a.m. on Friday morning and drive to Spokane. We've got 4 games this weekend with Spokane. They're another team that's 8-0. So to match up against the team from the East Division that is as good as it gets, will be a good challenge for us. And to go on the road for the first time of the year, that'll be another great thing that we get out of this weekend. You got to be tough on the road. You got to overcome obstacles. You got to create your own breaks on the road. And we'll have all those things thrown at us this weekend on our trip to Spokane. And then the next weekend is our last weekend before we start league play, and our tradition has always been to play Edmonds. Edmonds is the team in the league that is closest to us in championships. They have 8 to our 11, and they're one of the perennial powers in the league, and we want to challenge ourselves before the league play starts. And so they're coming to play us on Friday night. We'll play 2 games under the lights on Friday, and then we'll go up there on Saturday and make a weekend of it. And it'll be a good test for our guys, and hopefully a chance to go out and create some more confidence before the league season starts.
Awesome. All right, fans, well, that'll do it for this edition of Red Devils Baseball Coaches Corner. We'll be back in 2 weeks with our next episode. In the meantime, go Red Devils.